Ha! We're back again. So what's going on, everyone? I am Kieron Price, aka Kieron the Barber. Welcome to episode 4, Simple Steps to a Fade. And now this is a very simple video. What I'm going to be teaching you today is I'm going to be teaching you with your trimmers why the reason is why you should put that fade line in for the start. 2, I'm going to be teaching you what grades to use and how to fade from a 2 downwards. So I'm not going to be going from 0 and then fade up. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to put that line in and then I'm going to get that out nice and slowly. So guys, again, I really hope you're enjoying this series. It's been getting so much good feedback so far. Hit that subscribe button and make sure hit the subscribe button, turn on them notifications, and guys, I hope you look forward to the next load of episodes that are coming out. I've got them all scripted, they're ready to go. I just need some heads to be cutting on. So guys, look forward to them, be ready. It's going to be an awesome series. So welcome everyone to Barbering 101 episode 4, starting a fade and the basics of fading. Now to start every fade, Amir here has a skin fade, so I want to put my line in first. Some people put in lines, some people don't. I find this is the easiest way to get the perfect fade. So there is the temple. I'm going to come half an inch down from the temple, so almost to eyebrow height. Now we'll take that line. This line should take no longer than a few minutes to put in. Around the ear, and here's where your fuzz brush comes in handy. So around the ear, I want to come down slightly. Now your next step for this fade is removing this hair. Because I've got my Slimline Pros, they have a wide tooth on them, I can easily grab the hair, take that off. Making sure I'm brushing all the excess hair away straight after I've cut it. So as I come up, I brush down. As you can see, it's a very consistent movement of coming up the hair, to the line, brushing away. If needs be, you just go back over it. 1, 2. There's no need to brush like this, and there's no need to carry on this line afterwards. Once that's gone, that's done. Come up, take that hair off, brush down, go back over again. If any hairs are left there and you visibly see them, at the end of the haircut you're more than welcome to get them off. Don't overly worry about them. This is just a rough guide of just clearing and removing bulk. So now using my Andes US Pro cordless LIs, I'm going to stick on a number 2 guard, which is a 6mm. And as I discussed before in my Clipper 101 episode 2, is a magnetic guard, so it's very, very easy to just flip and clip on. So I'm going to do number 2 just above temple. We're coming about half an inch up on temple. I'm not going to be using any combs yet, I'm just going to still be using my fade brush. You can hear that still taking off hair. It's not taking off a lot of hair, but it's still taking off the tiniest amount of hair. And that's all we need, because that will start our blending process. Now what I'm going to work on is, I'm going to work on this one section here. So I'm going to go one section, and then I'm going to come to the back and do 2 sections. And I'm going to come to the last, the right side, and then I'm going to do that section. So I'm going to work in 3 sections. So I start off with a number 2, as I said previous. So then from my number 2 guard, I'm going to grab a 1.5 guard now. I'll show you quickly. 1.5. I'm going to grab a 1 guard, sorry, with an open blade. So that is closed and that is open. So if you push it down, I'm currently opening that guard up. As you can see, there is open. So that is closed and that is open. So while the guard is open, exactly the same. Flicking it up using a C motion. So you're using your wrist and you're doing this action. You're pushing your thumb down and you're pushing your fingers up. So it's doing that motion right there. That is all you need to do. It's a very, very simple motion. The best way to practice this is to do it against the wall. So you can practice that movement just like that. Hang on there so you can see that. So go against the wall and just do that. If you haven't got a head to practice on, a wall is the second best place to practice it. Then I go down to a 1 guard, so I close the clipper, so it's not open, it is now closed. And do exactly the same movement, always starting from this bottom line here. But every time, I just get a little bit lower and lower and lower. So now I come to my 0 guard, open, stick my clipper going, you can hear that click, so make sure it's in place, and I spring that open, and I flip. It's a really, really simple movement. And then again, come down, so it's to a 0 now, so it's a 1.5 mil. And you can slowly see this fade coming into place. Now I've got no guard on there at all. I'm going to completely tear that to a half. And just this very bottom. Just going to make sure my clippers have got all hair off of them, so I don't leave any trace of hair on them. Come up at a half. Just this very bottom line here. Now what I'm going to do is, instead of coming to a half to a 0, I'm going to come in between and go to a quarter. So if you push all the way down, you push all the way up, and you find that middle point, that there is a quarter. Now I'm going to just stretch the skin slightly. Just flick on them very bottom bits. As long as you can hear hair coming off, you've got to carry on doing it. And now go all the way down to a 0, which is a 0. And I'm just tapping against that line, just to flick that last little bit out. So I'm just going to stick my 0.5 guard back on. I'm just going to open it slightly. Just come up and over, because I still feel the hair is faded, but it's still just a little bit thick. So don't feel ever scared to put guards back on, just to run over it. Now, as you can see from this side, if I spin, that's what we first started off at. To get that blending, comes all the way around, and it fades in like that. That is the very basics of how to start a fade and how to do a fade. I'm going to run through you just very quickly these last little bits. So I put my line in just below the temple, and then I did 2, 1.5, a 1, a 0.5 open, 0.5 closed, no guard open, no guard closed, right at the very bottom. And what you can do is, as again, to perfect it, you can just open your clippers, and you can stick on a guard. Do the whole process again if you need to, just to feel like if you feel like you need to go over the haircut tool. And that there, guys, is the very basics on how to start a fade.